Look at this dam holding back an ocean of capital. Decentralized finance generates billions of dollars in yield every year, creating a massive pool of digital assets waiting to be put to work. But traditional institutions, like centralized exchanges and large asset managers, are locked out. For them, standard decentralized protocols present severe security and compliance risks. Early decentralized finance required trusting unknown developers holding private keys. It relied on unverified valuations and carried the constant risk that a rogue manager could simply vanish with the funds. To safely connect traditional finance to these yields, developers have to completely remove manual trust from the equation. They need to replace human managers with hard-coded, programmable infrastructure. Unlocking that capital requires a specific architectural framework designed from the ground up for security and compliance, the institutional on-chain vault. The foundation of this new architecture starts with custody. Traditional crypto wallets rely on a single private key. If someone compromises that one string of numbers, they control all the assets. Institutional vaults solve this using multi-party computation, or MPC, and multi-sig smart contracts. MPC is a cryptographic method where multiple parties jointly compute a function while keeping their individual inputs hidden. A single cryptographic key is fragmented into distinct pieces and distributed to separate nodes. Execution requires coordinated multi-party approval to combine simultaneously. Because the key is permanently fractured, a rogue actor cannot act alone. Moving assets requires a mathematical consensus. Moving custody to the smart contract layer ties security directly to the underlying code, where access is granted only when specific cryptographic conditions are met. Once the assets are secure, the vault has to manage how they are deployed. In traditional finance, strict rules dictate that the person allocating the money cannot be the same person calculating its value. On-chain vaults enforce this by writing role-based access control, or RBAC, directly into the smart contract. RBAC is a security paradigm that restricts system access strictly to authorized users based on their specific organizational duties. This chart illustrates isolated permission pathways. At the top, the vault admin configures compliance settings, but cannot move funds. The second tier is the valuation manager, who calculates the net asset value. Finally, the curator allocates capital, but cannot alter the vault's rules. Hard-coding these distinct roles prevents internal conflicts of interest and perfectly mirrors the strictest regulated fund administration standards found on Wall Street. With security and administration locked down, the vault must address regulatory compliance. Institutional capital cannot mix with anonymous or legally unverified actors. Vaults manage this through KYC and KYB gating, along with strict address whitelisting. KYC and KYB stand for Know Your Customer and Know Your Business, which are standard verification processes used to confirm legal identity before allowing deposits. Once a verified user interacts with the vault, the smart contract automatically logs the activity. Every single deposit, every withdrawal event, NAV update, and fee is permanently and immutably recorded on the blockchain. This combination of gating and transparency creates an automated audit trail. Regulators can verify the entire history of the vault directly on the ledger, replacing thousands of pages of manual paperwork. Look at this network of fortified structures connecting via glowing data streams. These secure, compliant vault modules are live components of the global financial system, connecting these isolated protocols to traditional financial markets. Kraken recently launched DeFi Earn to offer its 15 million users access to on-chain yield. By integrating this institutional vault infrastructure through Veda, they safely secured over $100 million in deposits. Similarly, a partnership between Bybit, Mantle, and Aave deployed an automated vault strategy that successfully bridged $1.25 billion in decentralized liquidity to 80 million traditional centralized finance users. These integrations work because the underlying architecture removes the manual risks and inefficiencies of legacy fund administration. On-chain vaults consolidate the high-yield environment of decentralized finance into a framework that meets the security demands of global institutions. They standardize the way capital is managed, audited, and deployed across the blockchain.